Oh, that was slow. Hey, everybody, it's GanzoTheGamer. And I hope you can hear me. Yes, you can. Good. It looked like you couldn't hear me there for a second. I'm joined with... who you can also hopefully hear. Oh, hey, no, you can't. I don't know why that's working. All right. I'm going to quickly switch the game where hopefully that does work. No, it doesn't. Ah, Joyce. Oh, I see what I've done. Hey, there we go. Now you can hear the second person. That's who I went to before and why I switched over to the game, in case anybody was wondering.
Dr. over here hanging out with Yargle. Yargle.
Who's also streaming over on the Twitches.
Indeed. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Now I have popped over the game. Bye-bye, Yargle. I'll see you later.
Oh, Yargle. I just had a very... I had just a very angry elder dragon behind me.
It's the one that we always shit talk, isn't it?
Yeah, but not when he's behind us, usually.
Nah,
Usually.
No. Nah, he's always behind us. If not lurking in the corner of our minds.
Well, I think I'm going to first open up with a run of my Merlock deck. But I may or may not do a draft. No promises. We'll see what happens after this.
Hey man, draft is where it's at. Keep it more interesting. Keep it more spicy. Rather than just doing the straight standard ladder thing. Which is what I think I'm gonna do. I'm bored.
Well, I mean, when I used to play Hearthstone a lot, that was essentially all I did in Hearthstone was draft.
Playing the arena mode in Hearthstone?
Yeah. Which before we were doing this, I was talking about how I've been doing some data mining and stuff in the log files.
Very interesting finding.
So one of the things that I didn't even told you yet that they have is a marker for free passes into sealed events and draft events that are attached to your inventory. So there is definitely some stuff in the works on that.
So would this be like getting to play a sealed event when you actually go through and play a physical sealed event?
That's what I was thinking.
I mean,
It said a sealed...
that,
I think it said sealed pass was the name of it.
yeah. That sounds exactly like what Chris Play was talking about in that one interview.
And of course, the other thing that I did mention, but I haven't mentioned on the stream, is the fact that there is a command zone, at least as far as the code is concerned. Hey, what's up, Jeremy?
Hey, Jeremy. Cookies.
No, the cookies are for me.
Oh. You're not poor or fat, Ben.
That's why I had to specify that they're for me. How's it going, Jeremy?
Hope that you are also getting your share of cookies before Ganzo steals them all.
Yeah, I gotta watch out for that. Oh,
Precious cookie.
oh, freaking stupid auto tap.
God love that auto tap.
Though.
Always take into consideration what you have in your hand.
Yep. Though, I mean, for me, the one I'm most curious about is the fact that I saw that they have a data field for pets associated with your account.
So you're gonna get mounts just like in World of Warcraft?
That's what I'm hoping. No. Ride my mount into battle.
Mm-hmm. That is how you use fingers.
With the fat kids gonna lose fingers? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Don't mess with my lunch, dude. Don't mess with my lunch.
That's how I lost my ring finger. That's how I lost my other ring finger.
Makes sense.
Apparently, somehow I'm missing several fingers, despite actually having fingers.
That's why you don't have rings then.
Yeah, sure. Anymore.
Exactly. All part of the plan.
Oh, it was one of the other things that my question was. I was questioning if they actually had their netcode threaded at one point, which I can now say yes, their netcode is threaded.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I would have been surprised if it wasn't, but
But would you have really been that surprised?
no, I wouldn't have been that surprised.
So, you were mentioning something about a command zone?
Yes.
There's not being something that they could actually go through and confirm nor deny it is actually happening?
Well, as he said in that interview with Chris Clay, they would need to add a command zone in order to then bring Commander. Clearly in the logs, there is now a command zone, even if it's not visually represented. So they are very likely working towards Commander right
And
now.
Commander, we mean Brawl.
Yeah.
So let's be honest. They're not going to go through and bring full-on EDH Eternal Commander.
It's true. You know,
Think about all those sets those things don't have in there.
you know, or as I like to call it, Commander's special little brother.
Oh, this is an interesting place that I'm in. I've got 3 creatures on the board.
Right.
I've only got 2 mana. I think I'm gonna Torgar. Torgar for 2 mana? Oh yeah. Do I scrap him first and see if he'll block? Yeah, let's do that. He's not gonna block. Alright, now we Torgar. Now we sacrifice all the things.
I feel like my opponent should be doing some more things than he is.
Well, my
Huh.
opponent is playing... Is he playing mono blue artifacts or just
It's
blue
not.
Swarm?
Oh, he's gonna give up. All right. Well, thanks for the good luck and the advice, I guess, Jeremy. try to have fun at work, or at least hope it goes quick.
Hoping it goes super fast. And peanut butter, I will have to try that.
Ooh, I got 1,000 gold from that.
Ooh,
I finished a daily and I got my first reward.
nice. 750 plus the 350.
Well, that went so well, I'm going to do another one.
Nice. Smoked up fools. And then slather them in peanut butter.
And I told you there's also going to be variants to the avatars. It's another thing I found.
Ah, yes. That's something that I was expecting and kind of figuring that they would end up giving to, you know, early supporters as kind of a, oh, hey, by the way, you guys get stuff too.
I'm trying.
Special sense yet?
I'm trying to remember where the exact field was.
My condolences, Jeremy.
Yeah. "12-hour shift is bad on its own, but having it overnight." Yeah, me too.
It's pretty gross.
Luckily, when I did night shift, I was a security guard, so you know. I'm not saying there was a couple times I took a nap, because that would be irresponsible. So I'm just going to say that I thought about it really hard. So hard that it almost felt like I took a nap.
That an outside observer might have mistaken you for having actually taken a nap. When you were merely contemplating that fact.
Yeah, I was testing the idea by closing my eyes.
These were the initial alpha and beta testing before actually rolling it out.
Double a braid.
Oh man, I had one game yesterday where I got the opponent down to 8 life, but he managed to shore up defenses so that he was gonna have lethal on me unless I was able to go through and get one more point of damage.
Right.
I had my 7/6 out and a 1/1 flyer out. I had one fling in hand. I needed the second fling in order to make it happen. Guess what I topped out?
A second fling.
Second fling.
Which is amazing, because you never actually get what you get.
I know. That was like the one time where the top deck actually came.
They never gave me donuts.
They would never give them to you. That'd be things that you'd have to get on your own.
Actually, I would actually that's not true. I actually would buy a donut on my way to work quite often. It's a good idea to test. That was a mistake.
Yeah, so my opponent's playing. I think this is Storm.
I am fighting red aggro. Because apparently that's what Merfolk should be paired against.
Makes sense. Clearly the most sense.
What does that want me to do? Fine, I'll sacrifice a creature. Jeez.
Cheesy Pates.
Shazbot.
Thinking bots.
Cheese? No.
Peasy cheats.
Peasy, cheese, and dead. Dead? Wow.
Dirt.
And dirt. Clearly I can't English. For
English is...
I'm getting stomped by this red deck. I mean, it's a terrible matchup. Really? Wow. Yeah, I've lost.
I'm sorry to hear that, my friend.
You know what? The one thing I find, I actually realized that never seems to happen in Hearthstone. I don't seem to feel like I ever get this like terribly one-sided battles like this.
It's almost like they have their matchmaking a lot more fine-tuned and on point.
I know. It is almost like that. And that's coming from Blizzard, who has a great track record in balancing things and having great matchmaking. I think I can make that work. Well, I am very interested to see the entry into the card games from Valve.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm super excited to see how Artifact is going to come out, roll out, end up like.
The only thing I'm not happy about is the fact that it's based around Dota.
Yeah, I don't give a crap about Dota, but I'm happy to see anything that Richard Garfield is working on.
Well, exactly. And people seem to really like Hearthstone that didn't even play WoW, so I mean, I want to assume that works. Because, I mean, personally, one thing I loved about Hearthstone was all the WoW lore tie-ins. You know, I know that guy.
I've seen that before.
Or even stuff like Leroy. Oh, Leroy. That's still that's probably my favorite card in that game. I've won so many games with a final Leroy to the face.
Top deck Jenkins.
Not usually top deck, actually. I usually have him in my hand.
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, he's just going to Essence Scatter my Kumana? Oh, he's going to Lightning Strike my my Deeper Delete. I see. Chandra. Blue-red? This is an interesting deck. Oh, there you go. 4 damage to my bloody creature. Well, it definitely feels like deck-based matchmaking has gotten worse.
Push up, push up. Excellent. Opponent is at 46 and down to 3.
Sweet. I think I can kill a Chandra on the next turn.
Sweet. Is he gonna counter my Torgar? He's countering my Torkar.
Okay. He conceded. I was about to take out a...
Interesting things about this deck.
What kind of deck you fighting?
I'm going up against the Blue Storm. Aetherflux Reservoir, and a whole bunch of cheap casting cost creatures.
I'm both looking forward to / not looking forward to rotation.
I'm looking forward to rotation and the likely accompanying wipe. All that lost progress makes you feel good.
I don't know if they'll do a wipe.
To me, it seems like the best way for them to go through and try and deal with rotation is just wipe. Otherwise, think of all the insufferable complaining that they'll have to deal with.
What, the fact that you just have cards that you can't use in...
Yep.
I mean, for them, the cheapest and least error-prone way to deal with it is to not wipe.
Well, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. But, I mean, rotation is something you also have to deal with in Hearthstone, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the thing is, you can actually reuse your cards by dusting them and then doing something with them. Here, you're stuck with a bunch of deadweight collection that you can't do shit with.
I just misplayed my land.
Like, hey, look at my lovely playset of, you know, Hazaret Jack all with, and I can't actually turn them into useful cards.
Nope. That is very true. To me, as an outside observer, it honestly feels like there's a conflict between what the developers want to do and what corporate wants them to do.
Yep. I mean, it's kind of evidenced in how we were talking about that earlier with the pre-NDA release version of it, where you actually had the mock-up for some sort of social.
Yeah, and then it just disappeared when they...
It was a friends list with some dummy characters in there like Jace and Chandra and, you know, Tom from MySpace.
Tom from MySpace is everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course he's going to be playing the freaking alpha for MTG Arena, so you had the mock-ups for that. You couldn't actually do anything with that. I mean, they weren't real people. You couldn't send chat messages or set up any sort of...
Wait, they weren't real people?
Space.
That's why they never responded. Here I thought me and Jace were tight.
I was just thinking Jace didn't give a crap about me, just like Chandra. Because they must have been talking to Nisa and then ignoring me.
Seems legit.
I thought we agreed that was in the past, Nisa. I thought we agreed that was in the past. Well, I tried out this red-black stompy weenie deck. This deck does not perform very well. I was told it was good. Maybe it's just my hobbled incarnation of it that's not very good. I don't know.
Could be.
Could just be that I don't know how to play it properly.
That could be it as well.
Operator error, as always.
Error exists between keyboard and chair. And he concedes. My Merfolk deck is doing really good, actually, lately. What is...
And I honestly think that that deck is going to do even better post-rotation.
Yeah, because
everything that would have been tier 1 is going to get, well, basically nerfed and sacked and thrown to the side. So as people are going through and scrambling, trying to come up with the next thing, well, you just roll through with this thing that's already finely tuned.
the thing is they have an incentive right now at WotC to turn the power level up on the next set.
Why is that?
Because a bunch of stuff is rotating out, a bunch of powerful stuff, so they can bring in new powerful cards. Sales are down, so powerful sets usually sell well. And if it breaks standard, they could just do bannings.
I don't think they want to have another Kaladesh. I mean, look how good that was for consumer confidence. Oh, we screwed this up? Well, let's just ban this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this.
No, it wasn't good for consumer confidence. But those sets sold well initially. I'm just, you know, they have a history of messing with the power levels, of overcompensating in either direction. Doing something too powerful, then correcting with something not so powerful. So, actually, didn't some of the stuff from guilds already get leaked?
There was some of the pre-release cards that ended up getting leaked. I don't know how much of it was actually leaked, but yeah. There's been a decent amount.
I think I'm playing Green Stompy.
Joy.
That's not what I was thinking, but you know.
Joy is a word. It's not necessarily a word that applies in this case or to your case, but
Joy. Something that they might be feeling when they win.
Oh, for fuck's sake. He's got a vine mare out. How awesome.
Totally awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Not what I need. Doggone it. Alright. Block, throw everything at that stupid hexproof vine mare. And completely negate my history of penalty.
I feel a fatal push coming. Vraska's Contempt, eh?
Fantastic.
The,
Blossoming defense to save his vine mare.
the thing, though, is that probably would have done you a lot more good if he'd Vraska's Contempted before all of my Deeproot triggers had resolved. But hey, whatever. I'll take the pumps. Pumps to the jam.
I'm gonna die to a vine mare.
Well, they just brought out Nasa. I have a lot of options here. I'm gonna miss Binder. I just used unblockable to hit his Nasa once, and then he conceded.
Some people don't like it when you mess with their planeswalkers.
Literally, I've had one game I've lost, and every other game I have won due to a concede quite early on. I'm confused. I'm not used to winning this much. I'm thinking it's probably because I'm not in gold bracket anymore.
It is possible.
It is always possible. I love that character too. Milton, right? That's the name.
Which?
You know who you're referencing there from Office Space.
Actually, no.
Is it?
I was doing one of Nicole Sullivan's characters from Mad TV.
Oh, oh, that one.
Yeah. You know them.
I thought it was Milton from Office Space.
Was a possibility as well. Definitely likely that. I was told that I could listen to my music when collating.
And controlled away. Yep. Hold it. No deep root waters for me. I can tell that my opponent didn't like what I was doing there. Many options here. I think I'm going to Vine Shaper. Shape the vines.
Mystically?
I'm fine with just normal shaping.
I suppose.
He concedes again.
What is with you?
I
managed.
I barely even like get into the game and then they concede.
Madness. Looked like my opponent was playing some sort of variant of mono green stompy, but not fully mono green stompy.
I've got a Kaladesh card named Make Obsolete. You know, just like Kaladesh is about to be. Also,
Not soon enough.
I also got me a pack.
I believe I earned me my first pack out of my 3.
That's another.
Crack that sucker.
I cracked mine too. I got Prodigious Growth or something like that. Enchanted creature gets +7/+7 and has trample.
Ah, yes, the enchantment
Yeah.
for what, 5?
6. And that was the other interesting thing I actually saw. Is it actually stores exactly where you are on the wildcard track, like what card number you're on.
Oh. I didn't know about that. I was just checking out the log to see what my vault progress was. Hey,
See that?
I got myself a Vivian Reed.
Nice. That's awesome. See, that's how I started. And I was like, well, could I write a program? Actually, I just wanted to see what it was. I'm like, wow, this is so interesting. And then I started to think about how I'd write a program and stuff. And, well, considering that's a lot of the heavy lifting, I just kept going on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the other thing I thought I would do.
Be available for public release.
I don't know.
It's just jokes. Anyway.
Well, the other thing I wanted to try and do in it was actually let it you know where you are on the actual track and what your next like wild card and stuff is going to be, since I can get that data.
Yeah, I mean, if you can roll all of that stuff into one tracker, give you what your vault progress is, as well as your wild card progress is. You know, your X packs away from uncommon wild card, your X packs away from rare wild card, your X packs away from uncommon wild card, your X packs away from mythic wild card.
Yeah, or at the very least telling you your next pack, your next major wild card will be X. So if you're on a rare, you can find out that the next one is just another rare, or the next one is going to actually be the mythic.
I mean, realistically, most people are jockeying to try and get more rares, not mythics, because that freaking land base, stupid mana base, rare dual land card. I'd love to go through and try and slap together some sort of Grixis deck. Not gonna happen though.
Yeah, I feel like this game would do better if they actually just gave you multiple copies of the land.
Yeah, but that encourages less spending, so you know, right?
But does it?
Does it? Yeah, probably.
It's so hard to know.
If they just had some sort of way of earning them through challenges, or being able to craft rare dual lands. But at most, when you go through
Oops, I just...
one of their
Oh, that's fine.
recon dual colored decks, you get like one. That's a thing.
I mean, the thing is, they can't have it be too pay to win, because you need to have other players. It's the ones who don't play provide value-added service to those who do pay you. But I don't think that's how they see it.
No. They're like, no, everyone must pay. Everyone must hemorrhage money. How else do we justify our investment into this game? Into this service? Don't look at games as games. Look at them games as service. Because that's what everything is becoming now, right?
But I mean, that is games as a service.
Yeah. I mean, there isn't even a realistic, like, single player campaign option or anything like that.
Well, that's
Might have in other games.
that's because we're in early access. It's just not developed yet. What I'd love to see, actually, is what their development client looks like.
What the roadmap is.
Not just what stuff they have in it. They're turning stuff off for this client. And I can guarantee you that, I mean, the data set that I'm seeing isn't even going to be the most recent. It'll be the last time they push database stuff.
True.
Which is likely when they had all those people locked out of their accounts. Which was a couple months ago, so that's probably when these things were added. I could be wrong.
Hard to know without a time machine.
Yeah, it is hard to know. Well, actually, it wouldn't be that... Yeah, it would be hard to know. I don't have my logs from that far back. So I could just start looking through the logs.
If you want to, you can go through my logs, dude. I've got them going back to January.
Part of me does.
I was interested by the dates that were being kept by it. I'm like, holy crap, this thing. I guess I got it in like the first week of January.
Yeah, it's a long time to have been playing. But then the client has changed a lot in 6 months. Or more than. 7 months. Almost 8.
Okay, opening hand. I've got a turn 4 Planeswalker, a turn 2 Saga that's not going to do me anything, and then 5 planes. I think I'm all good.
Yes.
Okay, next hand. 2 Planeswalkers, a turn 4 creature, and no land. Got no land. I should have kept the hand with all the land. And this is why I don't. Alright. 2 planes. Let's see what happens. The game, it hates me.
It does. It's the RNG.
Good old Arn Jesus.
Half expecting my opponents just to save me the trouble and just check out now. Just be like, yeah, I'm done. You could have the win.
I'm playing against an Explore deck.
Oh, wow.
So much fun. And he's not even attacking with the damn Wild Growth Walker. I can't even seal it away.
Probably worried that's what's going to happen to it.
Yeah. 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 I've been enjoying playing Witchwood and Hearthstone way too much recently.
It's nice that you don't have to worry about land screwage in that.
Yeah. Beautiful thing. Of course he's gonna negate.
The biggest problem though with Magic is like how could they get rid of land at this point?
Again, the only way that I could go through and see them coming up with a version of this that works on mobile is come up with a nerfed version of it.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Wow. 2 lands and I haven't drawn a single one since.
I bet you feel really good that you just got rid of my Kumana. And I'm slightly annoyed, but I have another one in my hand, so... Could be worse. It does not like my River Sneak and my Deep Waters proccing.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't like it either.
Did not expect that.
What do you do?
What's it called? Shake the foundations.
Oh. That's not one that you see played very often.
I've actually never seen that played before. It was devastating.
Oh, yeah. Playing against another Explore deck.
I think I might lose this one. I could be wrong.
At least I'm actually drawing mana and being able to, like, you know, play the game now.
Come on, burn the stuff you have in your hand on this River Sneak. Oh. They're not.
Maybe, maybe no. Ravenous Chappy Kubra.
Ah, Chappy Kubra's not cool.
He got rid of my Traxos.
I keep worrying that I'm like rolling myself out of frame since I'm not actually sitting on a solid chair. I'm also probably bouncing around like I'm extra jacked up on coffee. I assure you it's because I'm sitting on a yoga ball and I'm jacked up on coffee. I actually can't swear enough by this thing.
It's doing it for you?
It really is. Actually, the biggest thing I find, like, you know, sometimes when you sit for a long time, you start to feel tired.
Mm-hmm.
I find because I'm, like, basically supporting myself, that doesn't happen. I also get the weird sensation of standing up actually feels like a break.
Interesting. You're saying I should look into one of these things.
It's probably not a bad idea. It was like what I was thinking, like, well, it seems good, and my cousin was talking it up so good. I'm like, well, for $30, I can afford to give it a try. Well, I think I have lethal on my opponent next turn, unless he can do some kind of board wipe shenanigans.
Nice.
I'm trying to think what total board wipe he could have as blue-red.
Well, he doesn't necessarily have the board wipe. He could just reverse rebuke and bounce all your stuff back to your hand.
It could, yeah. I'm waiting for something. That's why I'm actually not going to play. I have a Kamana in hand, but... He's thinking. Does he eternalize his Champion of Wits? And then try and see what he draws? Pretty sure he has the land for that. but I'm not sure.
Ravenous Chapman, Kubras.
Wait, but you can't. You can only eternalize his sorcery speed, right?
Yep.
So it's not even like you do that. And then he realizes that he can't win it still anyways. It's taking its time. Suspicious bookcase. I knew you couldn't trust bookcases.
Especially that kind of bookcase.
All right, let's go again, I guess. I've won 7 games so far. That actually seems ridiculous to me. Just cleaning shop with essentially one of my first ever decks that I had.
That's friggin' awesome.
I mean, to be fair, actually adding in a bit of that land base into this really, really pumped the power a little. I'm hoping I top deck a land. I'm fighting red aggro. I actually usually don't ferry. I don't ferry very well with this. Can't carry myself across. Damn soul scab mage. Okay, why wouldn't you have done that before? Okay. Okay. Maybe he must have top decked that shock. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't think I'm going to win this one. But that's not too surprising. I don't fare very well against the red aggro, as I mentioned.
Every deck has its weaknesses.
I don't know.
I fare too well against this one either.
I'm gonna put up my my Mistbinder, knowing full well that he's gonna shock it away. I don't know why he wouldn't. Well, I know why he wouldn't, because he has something that's gonna take up all his mana, but. I'm getting a little land screwed too, actually. That's not the most helpful at the moment.
Actually gonna be able to do this?
Oh no. I'm sitting on the fence here.
Damn it!
I'm basically dead on the next turn.
I was so close to having lethal on my opponent, and then he just pissed all over my plans.
They like to do that from time to time, / all the time.
Yeah.
Defeat.
In play. I was gonna go through and equip him and give him just enough to have lethal. Yeah, nope. Fresh.
Hey, I earned myself a deck. Under control.
So hopefully you got a rare dual land out of it.
Hopefully.
God forbid they give you more than one.
Alright, let's see if I can get another win. Even though that one was a loss. Loss number 2. I wish this did better when I actually do like quick constructed. Every time I try and take my Merfolk deck in there, I just get obliterated. Well, that's a record. He conceded before he even played a card.
Damn.
All right. What's more ill-advised than doing exactly what you said you don't do well in?
Doing exactly what you said you don't do well in.
Exactly.
With a bit of spice.
No spice.
Okay. Doing the same thing but blindfolded.
That would be really interesting, but I don't know how I'd play the game blindfolded.
I don't think you would. You would have to have it described to you, and then you'd have to remember what it was that was happening.
Or just have dumb luck.
Yep. The dumbest of lucks.
Oh man, I played the wrong land. I haven't done that in a while.
sort of thing I do all the time.
Oh. I should play a deep root. I may or may not be starting to get a migraine, so I'm going to quickly go run and take some pills.
Do that, please. Migraines are bad. Alright. Opponent is playing mono black. What are the threats he's going to put out there that I won't be able to answer? Ah, of course. A Lord of the Accursed.
Well,
I did it
need
again.
to quickly make a play. I have returned to the team speaks. However,
Better than ever.
this may potentially be my last game, though, due to unforeseen circumstances.
Well, yeah. If it happens, when it happens.
Lightning strike. Another lightning strike. And of course it happens as soon as I actually do like an event too.
Naturally. Like, oh, you actually need to be... Yeah, nah, that's not gonna happen.
I mean, not that there's a good time to ever get a migraine, but you know.
Yeah.
There are particularly worse times.
Of all the times for it to actually be happening.
I mean, at the moment, I have no pain. I just have blurred vision. Yay. I actually had to write a calculus final like that once.
Starting to believe that their matchmaking algorithm has fallen off of a cliff.
Or they've just decided that it wasn't working, so they've gone back to the old one.
Yeah.
Or potentially there just might not be enough players.
Yeah, that is another option. We've got keys that we can't even give away. So that's not a good sign.
No, it's not good. Unless somebody wants a key and says something in the chat. Actually, I gave one of our keys away, but that was someone we know.
Are we getting Ender and Llama on board?
I would love that, but no.
Natural.
I gave one to Sorcerer, who was interested in it.
Oh, there we go.
So we only have 19 keys between us to give out.
Only.
I think I may actually turn this around. I don't know. If she plays a Chain Whirler right now, I'm screwed. Okay, it's a Courier. It's not the worst.
Alright. Still only one win.
That's not the best. I was hoping I could top deck a Kumena. Although I got a Mistcloaked, which is still good. And still proc. I have parts of the combo going. I have 2 River Sneaks and I have a deep root water out, so I'm hoping that'll be enough.
Go wide. What the hell? Okay, my opponent just auto-conceded. Oh, I love how the ranking actually properly tracks. It was telling me that I was still at silver rank 2, and then when I started this other match, it's like, no, you're actually halfway down 3.
Oh.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yeah, they're so good at reporting that.
Yeah.
Oh, my game is running so fantastically fast at the moment.
Ah, yes. No memory leaks at all.
All lightning speed.
All lightning speed in an all blue deck.
I better not freaking top deck a land. Again, still Kumana would be the best thing ever for me to top deck at the moment. Oh, yes, a Vine Shaper Mystic.
Booyah!
Does that give me lethal? Ah, I'm going to be one shy. Nope. Right, Deep Waters. Yeah, I got lethal.
Yes.
Boom. Merfolk pulled out a win.
Nice, nice.
Incremental card rewards. Savage Stump. I definitely think I could make that work. Unclaimed territory is just so wonderful in these tribal decks.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason that card was worth like close to $5 at one point.
Yes, I do need to lead with my Forester Island so I can use my Hinterland Harbor. I think this might be a cat type deck or something. Johnny's Pride Mate, wait.
Do you say it's Johnny's Pride Mate?
Yes.
I got one out on the field right now, and it's fun.
If you say so. I'm not enjoying it too much from where I sit. Chihuahua. He's got the life gain down, too. He binds with the power of counters. I don't have to wait for the migraine pain to kick in to have pain.
Naturally. The best kind.
That is quickly ramping into a problem that I can't deal with. That will help.
How big is your opponent's Johnny's Pride Mate?
5/5.
Mine's a 6/6 right now.
But he's got a life linking cat out, so he's going to be a 6/6 at the end of this turn.
Yeah, he is. I've got a Johnny's Welcome and an Authority of the Consoles out. So I play creature, I gain life. He plays a creature, I gain life.
And when you gain life, Johnny's Pride Mate also procs too.
Yeah. Oh, and I also have a Diamond Mare out, so whenever I play a white spell, I gain life. So if most of my creatures are going through and gaining 2 life.
The life gain is going to come back to haunt me. As well as his Johnny's Pride Mate is already haunting me. This reminds me of my Hearthstone deck. Life gain matters.
still trying to find a decent budget deck that I can actually slap together to have better luck in the, you know, casual play.
The one I slapped wasn't actually that too bad. I mean, mine I actually dropped the most expensive pieces.
And it's funny, I know like Paladin is one of the like most popular heroes on there. I hate playing as Paladin.
What's the hero power for Paladin again? Isn't it? No, it's the soldier creation. Almost thought it was the warrior for a second, right? Create a 1/1 soldier token.
Paladin.
Paladin.
I think so. What the?
Nice. I'll take another deep root.
Animations are broken and I don't know whose turn is what.
He's got a 7/7 now. Yay.
Why didn't any of my... So it went over to my turn, none of my stuff untapped, and then it was telling me to go into combat. This is awesome. Freaking love this game.
Oh, bloody lifelink.
My opponent keeps on trying to get rid of my Johnny's Pride mate. Keeps on blinking of an eye at it. Every single time I put it back out, it just keeps getting bigger.
I wish I could do that to my opponents. I don't think I'm going to win this one. I love how responsive this game can be sometimes. But you can't fault them. They have all those moving, 3D effects and this wonderful fleshed out 3D world and stuff. You know, it's hard to keep frame rates secure like that.
It's so hard. There's too many things going on.
Actually, looking at how much they log, I'm almost thinking that it might be their log that could cause some of these hiccups.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Disk I/O is a very expensive thing.
And
I think I'm gonna lose. Ay, ay, ay.
This has to be the most boring game that I've played in forever.
Blue control.
He doesn't know what he's doing. He's got an omniscience out. He's went through and played Karn's Temporal Sundering to get rid of my 4/4 Angel token.
If I could pull a Hedena, I can win this. It's basically what I need to top deck right now. Moment of craving, not good. I don't think I can win this anymore. I have zero hope of winning now. Well, so far I'm 1-1. Sure, I think I can make that work. I think. I say with very little confidence. Better my eyes deceive me, which is unfortunately very plausible. Thriving turtle, eh? Another thriving turtle. That's an interesting combo. He's got something that gives him energy every time it comes in. Plus those give him energy, and then he can spend energy every time those things attack to put +1/+1s on it. So definitely interesting.
I think I need to stop playing this game with the cam on my face.
Why?
I am so freaking bored.
Yeah.
Kind of makes it hard to clip highlights when the person in the corner looks like they're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, that's true. See, for me, I'm playing almost like quarter blindfolded.
Yeah, it's not good, dude.
Nope.
You know, if you need to, you can always just call it quits.
Oh, I will if I need to.
You can always go through and continue the quick instructed later.
I'm gonna keep trying to go. I'm gonna try and finish this out. If I suddenly get up and leave, I have gone potentially for a while. Oh, man, that just created a whole bunch of those thopters. For me, the worst part is I'm having a great time in the moment playing. I mean, maybe not.
Time to be having to quit.
Maybe not at the moment. I was doing a bit better before, the weird dancing legs you get when the migraine started to show up.
Yeah. Gonna put a damper on a lot of things. Ah, so exciting. Control. Whoa. Everyone loves control.
Don't they?
Blue mage is worst mage.
Should you want to do that? No, I don't. Evolving Wilds. Blue Earns. I guess tokens aren't really abilities, are they?
Not really. Ooh, Mario Kart double dash. Yeah, Mandy's probably gonna. Yeah, Cardigan's probably gonna want to go to the Penny Arcade Q&A on Friday. I don't expect you guys to have to go to that. It's probably just gonna be me and her.
That's how exciting your game is going. Just stop paying attention.
Yeah, I'm looking at more interesting things like the actual schedule for what's going on at PAX when we're gonna be there. Opponent is trying to say good game when he's been putting me to sleep for the last I don't even know how long now.
It's the game plan. Just to bore you to death.
Why not, right?
Totes legit.
Alright, who's the pack storytime session with? I don't even know if they've actually announced that yet.
And my opponent concedes. Because he sees the writing on the wall.
Hey.
This is just boggling my mind that I'm like actually doing so good with this deck.
There's a panel called, quotes, I agree, the internet's biggest lie. TNC privacy post GDPR. That's amusing. Hey, gave me a pack or something. I don't know.
So is Watsy going to be at PAX?
I don't know. I'm hoping that they're going to have more of a presence than they did last year because, I mean, I think last year they were still trying to run their very misguided attempt at their own thing with HasCon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that disaster that no one went to and they had to actually fire sale the tickets on Groupon afterwards. Because no one has enough interest in what Hasbro does to go through and spend money to go there.
Their properties are so diverse. Like there's not that much crossover.
Because I'm sure when you go through and you put up the the Venn diagrams for it, the crossover for Magic the Gathering and My Little Pony and Monopoly all fall under that same thing, right?
Yeah, I mean there's going to be crossover, but I don't think there's as much as they would hope.
No, it's not there, and you need to stop making it your own thing because no one gives a crap. Go to actual gaming cons where people want to see the stuff.
Though they were at
MLP specific ones.
yeah, they really well they do actually. There's tons of MLP specific cons.
So why are they trying to go through and slap that in with Magic and Monopoly and everything else? Like, I don't care. I'd rather see you guys have a more prominent presence at actual gaming cons.
Well, they were at Gen Con, right? Because that's like...
Pardon?
They were at Gen Con, right? This year?
To what capacity? I don't know, but I imagine they were.
Because that's got to be, like, that's the place for them to be of any con.
Oh, yeah. Considering they did at one point own it.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
I would hope that they would actually have a decent presence there. But I mean, even if they don't have any presence at PAX West, who cares? Because I'm going to be there playing Artifact. Probably not looking back. And I wonder if there's actually going to be any way to get my hands on a Keyforge as well.
Yeah, Keyforge sounds very interesting.
I see that completely changing from the way that they're initially trying to market it, but you know. Good for them for trying something.
No, it's pretty cool.
Amulet of safekeeping. Really? You gave me that trash?
I mean, I'm hoping at the very least there'll be some actual like ways to play paper Magic there.
Oh, there always is. Dude, if Watsy's not there, someone else goes
Yeah.
there and takes it upon themselves to hold the tournament.
Another conceit.
The tournaments that they had were basically it was the same sort of schedule that we saw at GP.
Yeah, which is
but
nice.
It was run by an independent. Like, that's where Mandy and I were going through and looking at playing our first two-headed giant with one of those buy a box, split it amongst yourself, and then see how well you do. She chickened out at the last minute, but, you know. That was the intent.
I'm at 3 wins now. I'm probably going to break even on this run.
Nice.
Honestly, I think the player pool is small at the moment. Maybe it's just the time of day. Who knows? I'd love to try the freaking booster box double-headed giant. But I'm going to assume that I would probably be the only one playing any Magic.
Unfortunately, probably. Or is that something I might have considered once upon a time? I'm too broke for that now. And Watsy just expects customers to be happy to pay more, to have the privilege of engaging with their product. Well, I see myself playing a lot more Hearthstone in the future. And I really can't wait until I can get my hands on Artifact.
I mean, as far as digital, I prefer that, but my biggest problem is that Arena is essentially the opposite of what I enjoyed about Magic. I mean, other than Magic itself, but it's, you know, put me in front of the computer and away from people, whereas the paper got me away from the computer and got me in face-to-face with people. I mean, other than the lovely chatters we get. Syncopate.
Gotta love that. I really should go back and give Gwent a try. It's so long since I played that. Of course, they did have a mass exodus of players because of the mismanagement on that one, so, you know.
And somehow I'm not that surprised. A digital game that's mismanaged?
Yeah, no kidding. And as much as I've been interested to go through and try, was it Shadowverse and Eternal? They both have the spine software baked into them and they're refusing to get rid of it, so.
What, the one that was in Magic, the kind of spy software?
And the one that they removed. Because they saw what the backlash was against it. These other guys are like, you know what, whatever, we're gonna leave it in there. Screw you guys.
Are those free-to-play games?
Yep.
Well, I don't see why you'd expect they aren't collecting tons of data.
I know, right? It's just enough of a turn-off that I won't bother.
I can't remember what the list of stuff that it actually collected was, but it wasn't... I personally didn't find it extremely alarming. I mean, I'm happier without it in there, obviously.
It's just with all the recent news and, well, with all the news and basically in the past couple of years where it's like, oh hey, everyone's spying on you. It's just like, really guys? You just need to go through and slap it in there because screw your customer base. Cool.
Well, I'm pretty sure, wasn't it collected like information on your like operating system and like hardware that in theory could be used to personally identify you. I mean, they're logging everything you do.
Yeah.
Like everything that happens in your log is also sent back to a WotC server. The thing is, I feel better about it when it's a company using it to make business decisions and improvements to a game, instead of something like Google or Facebook that then packages what you do as the product.
Sells the informatics.
Besides, I'm willing to bet that it'll probably eventually make its way back in.
Oh yeah.
This guy's name is Techblade. I wonder if that's actually the Arc reference. 'Cause Techblade is a Arc thing.
Possible.
Come on, that's how you want to block it. Oh, you can do it like that. That also works for me. Don't you love it when their like opponent doesn't necessarily do the best block? You're like, well, I wouldn't block like that, but sure.
Sure, why not? Make it fun.
Yeah, and he concedes. Well, I'm at the even point now.
Nice.
So there, I have at most 3 more games in this event. Could be as little as 2, though. Which is how I'm expecting it to go. Probably 2 more. As I lose the 2 and get kicked out. But I don't care because I'm even.
Even.
Oh, Steven even. Pretty sure I can make this work.
You got this.
I say that, but this is actually a fantastic opening hand. I'm very sure I can make this work as an opening hand.
You got this.
I have 2 Deep Roots, a River Sneak, and a Mistbinder, as well as 3 land. And then I top deck a Mistcloaked on turn 2, since I went first. Fatal Push.
Fatal Push.
Fatal Push, my first Deep Root. I really wish I had some kind of card draw in this deck. I'm like turn 4 and I've almost played my entire hand, but I have a lot on the board.
You need more Kumenas. That's what Kumenas are for.
That's true.
Kumenas are card draw.
Yeah, but it's a card for tapping 3 Merfolks.
Yeah, but you do that on your opponent's end stuff.
I know. I mean, I do have 2 Kumenas in here.
Get that third in there.
I really should. Based on how all this deck is doing for me, I think it's going to be a very good investment. Oh well, I think I'm going to kill my opponent right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's conceding before all my stuff resolves. All right, now I literally have 2 matches left, no matter what in this. I have to get 2 more wins. Actually, that's not true.
Nice.
I actually could have 3 matches still. I need 2 wins, but I could still lose 2 times. Considering how crazy this all started as I went into this, like, yeah, this is a bad idea. Oh, hey, I'm getting a migraine as I start this. This is all turned around. Hell, I even got up at exactly the right moment and got my medication in. I think it might be okay. Think.
Oh yeah.
At the very least, I can think about how I've done very well on this as I curl up in the fetal position.
Got this. Slap a man. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? We started a little bit early this day.
To try and fend off unexpected complications.
How's it going?
Surprise, headaches.
He's thinking really hard. He's going to let it resolve. Or has my opponent just rage quit the client? Titanfall. This is Titanfall 2? Wow.
Yeah, they came out with the Titanfall 2. Apparently it was really good, but it got buried under EA's scheduled release schedule. Mandatory scheduling and releasing. So I think it came out at the same time as Battlefield 1, and then they were like, oh, yeah.
It's a game I've always wanted to try.
I heard great things about Titanfall, both 1 and 2. The studio did a great job with them. And EA kind of buried them.
You can't hear Doc, eh? Really? You want to say something, Venture?
Damn quiet. Blah blah blah. Meow 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 meow.
All right.
Meow meow.
Now you're
meow
louder.
meow 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 meow. Hey hey.
Hopefully you can hear him now.
Now it happened. Oh no, I think I did to my opponent what was done to me. I bored him to death.
I just like letting these timers run out really slow.
In the hopes that you'll just concede.
Maybe. If that's his plan, it's not gonna work.
Well, it's hilarious. I think you've got the... You still got my thumb drive, right?
I do.
Okay. On there, I did slap some my gameplay footage on there. There was one where I was playing against the Teferi deck, a blue-white control. He didn't have a win condition. I was playing mono green Stompy versus a win conditionless Teferi deck.
Right. Did you win?
I wasn't. He kept on trying to be like, "Good game, you should concede," kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I did not concede. He eventually conceded himself because the game was going to take 2 hours for him to go through and get the win. Because it's like, dude, why the hell are you going through and building a deck that doesn't have a win con? You're supposed to just mill me out? Mm-mm. And it's like, you can't even be bothered to actually sit through what the intention of your deck is. Nah. You're gonna have to suffer through this along with me.
Slap it on TM? What's TM? Slap it on the trademark? Slap it on with the minus...
The might of Zeus.
Oh, now he concedes.
I thought he just wanted to slap it with that BDE. Big dick energy!
That's the name of my new electro band.
Excellent.
Touring nowhere in a city nowhere near you. Yes. All the fish people. Gotta slap your deck.
Slaps the top of my deck. This bad boy can fit so much jank in it.
I can just be like, damn right, this deck smells fishy. I can make that work. So I'm now at the do or die time. Well, not really. I either do or I get another chance to do.
You do or you do more.
I do or I try again to see if I do. And then I die.
Slapping the deck is always good luck, especially when it's a modern deck that's worth like thousands of dollars.
Or vintage.
Uh,
Worth tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars.
yeah. Hey man, still cheaper to play than standard.
Continuously, yes. Fatal Push. Not cool. I feel like this deck is just so much from behind that nobody knows how to deal with it. Like, they haven't seen Merfolks in a while. Their decks aren't really designed to deal with it.
Like Merfolk, how do you Merfolk?
As I'm actually stunned at how well I've done. I can't believe I'm actually at like the final part of my quick constructed and could potentially just win the whole thing. It's either until you very suddenly isn't. Yeah, that is a very accurate description.
Mm-hmm.
What I'd love right now would be a green forest land. A green forest land, wow.
Keep it specific.
It's the migraine. It makes me stupider than normal. Which, yes, there is some room for me to go down a little. It's either your problem until it very suddenly isn't. That also holds true.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna kill something. Oh, no, he's not. Interesting. If I had one green, I could play my Hedena.
Ah, Hedena. Climb that climb.
Fish slap. Fish slap to the face.
Is this like the same sort of fish slap that the scout would do in TF2?
No. You had to have an external fish. These are the fish. Actually, based on their naming, I feel like there's some kind of weird fish tree people. You know, Deep Root, Vine Shaper.
Oh yeah. They're the rivers of the forest.
Ah, come on. I think I might lose this because I'm not getting my green land. Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna keep pushing everything at him. Take something off with their. Take something off with their Gear Hulk. I know you're gonna. It's gonna be a Jungleborn. Because why wouldn't it? Oh, okay. Or a token. Vraska's Contempt.
Ah yes, the flying fish.
Not at the moment. I wish they were flying. But that'll help. Unless he controls us away. Yeah, there we go. Disallow.
And Trolly Wolly.
Yeah, he's definitely playing control.
Mm.
Another Vraska's Contempt? Holy shit.
Yay.
Wait, oh right, because he pulled one back. Yeah.
Have you seen that meme of the family in the car? I think it's like from Little Miss Sunshine or something like that. And it's like the mother in the front seat turning around being like, why can't you just let people have fun? But her face is replaced with like the black, the white, the red, and the green mana symbol. And then the back it's a little kid with the blue mana symbol over their face. And it's just like screams.
Did you watch the animes suggested to you, Adventure? By Slapman?
I did not. What was the name of it again? I was trying to find it by the description of...
Teferi.
Like... Gory Cutesy-chan. I can't remember what it was. Someone who keeps on trying to kill a snake lady? Josh and Chen dropkick. Yes. Okay. Right, I did stumble across that one earlier. What the heck was it? Whoa, that's right. Yeah, dropkick on my devil. As it was crudely translated for me, so.
A dropkick on my devil.
A violent slapstick comedy about a delusional gothic Lolita who summons a demon girl with the tail of a cobra.
The control deck just packed it in and conceded.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shazam, 7 wins, 1 loss in Quick Constructed. Holy crap.
Nice, dude. Friggin' nice. And apparently the gothic girl and the demon girl cobra tail snake lady have to live together until one finds a way to send the other one back to hell, or the other one kills the other one. I will check that out.
I'm in a shock of disbelief.
Hey dude, that's awesome.
Alright, I'm going to play one more match since you're hanging around Slap a Man, but then I'm going to have to call it a stream because this migraine might be slightly kicking my ass more than I expected.
Fair enough.
Oh, and I have a pack to open as well.
Ooh, packs are good. Wait, right. How far was I from...
I really need to try watching some anime again. Something that I might enjoy.
I have recommendations for you.
I know you've recommended many things, but I don't remember what any of them were.
Things that are not garbage that you should try watching. And I mean, especially since you ended up enjoying... What do you call it?
Cowboy Bebop?
No. What's the RPG video game that you played? Top-down isometric?
Top-down isometric. Oh,
Original Sin 2? Divinity?
Yeah, Divinity Original Sin 2. Yes.
Since you enjoyed that whole shenanigans, I honestly think you would enjoy Konosuba a lot. Like,
story-wise,
I love that anime.
Because actually, that was what enthralled me in that game was the story.
Yeah. No, this one, it's not so much the story; it's more the characters because they're all just stupid. And it's basically how to RPG in another world with assholes.
Slap a Man says it's good too.
Yes, Konosuba is so freaking good. Aqua is so useless. Megumin is so explosions. And Darkness is just ridiculous. Masochist. It's hilarious.
We still need to we need to try the Konosuba or the Weissman Swartz game that has Konosuba on it.
I have that starter deck. We just need to find another starter deck for another property that we would be interested in and try to do the White Schwartz thing. Are you saying that there's something wrong with that? Megumin is fantastic. Explosion!
I love that my frame of reference is all from the one video of you opening the stuff.
Nah, I think it was technically 2 videos, but yeah.
Was it 2? It was 2, wasn't it?
Well, we had the starter deck and then the 3 booster packs.
That's right. That's right. Ah, ravenous chappy kubras.
Because all the other booster packs that I have are Japanese.
Saying there's something wrong with her wearing an eye patch.
Okay, fair enough. What? It's to complete the look. I don't know exactly what that look is, but it's to complete the look.
The look of being irresponsible at protecting your vision?
Mm-hmm. Only the one eye.
What's his plan here? Tap some land and concede. Wow. I'll take that. I wasn't even playing my Merfolks that time. It was just whiter knights.
People don't like the look of them knights either.
Well, actually, I had him on the next turn. So. Oh, I'm on such a roll. Fine. One more try of the whiter knights.
Booyah. Maybe you'll actually get to play this one.
Well, that one I got right down to the end, so. Go out on a low note, get a loss. Oh, packs. Yes, I gotta open the pack, too.
Oh, yeah, packs.
I could actually buy some packs, too. I think I have more gold than I need. Well, I just obtained another 1,000.
You've also got more wild cards than you need.
No. I could always use
Correct
more
answer.
wild cards. I will give you that I have a lot of wild cards, and I should actually make a tiered deck, because I could.
Thing is it really worth doing before rotation? Will you still even have any of those wild cards post-rotation?
Those are all good questions. It's probably worth doing before rotation, because it's still a couple months out.
What's Death's Gambit?
Sounds interesting, at the very least, name-wise. Wizard's retort on my Gideon.
I'm getting all retorty up in here.
Fighting a lot of control-y type decks that just aren't really being able to control me. Oh, now he brings out a Karn, eh?
I have faced worse than the likes of you. Awaken!
Slap a man. Which one's Adult Swim with Okay. I like all things Adult Swim. Okay, not all.
I wouldn't say not all things, but
Adult Swim.
usually for me, they have to prove themselves bad.
Yeah.
I'll assume they're good until otherwise proven.
I don't know. Honestly, there's a lot of
No,
things
there's-
out of Adult Swim that I haven't really enjoyed. But then there's been those few gems that I've just freaking ridden them and
Venture Brothers.
so good. That season premiere was just bloody hell.
I've been trying so hard to find like a legitimate place that I can stream 6 from.
I think it's just Amazon, isn't it?
To what? There's
Oh,
an
yeah,
American.
Adult Swim publishes games now. Forgot about that.
I know Amazon was selling access to it in the States.
They might be streaming it. I mean, technically, you do have Prime Video.
I don't know if it's on Prime Video. I should see. Because it looks like Google sold it at one point, but they don't anymore.
No, they never sold it. I'd been looking for it.
Because they have all the
Nothing.
episodes listed. They just say I can't buy it. So I'm thinking maybe they sold it in the States potentially only.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Adult Swim. Yeah, I mean, when we've been to PAX in the past couple of years, they have their own booth showing off all the indie games that they are putting out, so it is a thing.
I think I might actually lose this one. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it's not going as swimming as, you know, the last 14 or 15 matches I've played today. I've won at least 14 matches during the stream. 15 matches during the stream. I think it's more than that. Something feels very wrong.
You're firing on all cylinders, dude.
I'm not, though.
I do like... But your deck begs to differ. Oh, hack and slash. I do like me some good old hack and slash.
I've thought about making a match 3 game.
No time for a break.
That sounds spicy.
You may regret that choice.
Fumigate. Ah, right before my Benalia procs.
Right in the kisser.
Right in the kisser. I'm tempted to concede just because of the deck he's playing.
The one that I really need to go through and give a shot was Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah,
Ender was playing that, wasn't he?
He was. He had
Heard
nothing.
great things about that one as well.
He had nothing but good things to say about it.
Yeah.
If he controls away this thing, I'm just going to concede. Oh, no.
Don't do it. Spicy dragon meat. Tastes like a cayenne pepper.
Maybe. I'm thinking it's big and bulky. Probably some kind of like red meat. But it's going to be muscly, so gamey, maybe kind of like elk. Be my guess.
Maybe it would be more like a lizard.
Let's skip to the good part.
Maybe. Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it would taste more like iguana.
Iguana.
Or frog. Glorified frog's legs.
Ah, Exelon's binding.
Amphibians are close enough to reptilian, aren't they?
God, I hate they freaking control this, like, warrior component to death. The crazy thing for me is, like, WotC wants to get gameplay faster at the professional level, yet they're making their stuff to play slower.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what would be great in Standard? Nexus of Fate. Right?
Exactly.
Right, guys?
I get the feeling that he doesn't even have a win condition in this either. That's the worst part. It might, but... Enough Nexus. Yeah.
Yeah, Nexus fog decks are bloody annoying.
Hurry!
I played against a Nexus to Fairy deck that was, ugh. It was gross.
I could have ended on a high note, but now I'm stuck in this slow game.
Ooh, I earned a double cast. Ow, and I'm still 4 red spells away from being able to get 500 gold. So that I could go through and crack another pack.
And he controls this away.
That sounds like Vegas. Man and friend book hotel room. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like Vegas. Who's dead in the bathroom? Yeah, that's what happens when you drop your phone in the toilet. That
Yeah.
reminds me of Bobcat from that, what was it? A Police Academy movie? Where he gets in the pool and then his Mickey Mouse watch dies. And then he freaks out over Mickey Mouse dying in the watch. Okay. Phone didn't fall in the toilet. Phone fell in his own puddle of pee. That was quickly collecting on him.
As one would.
Yeah. That's what happens when you pee yourself. But he was in the bathroom. How did he manage to pee himself in the bathroom?
He was that drunk.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I don't know if I've ever personally been that drunk, but I've witnessed that drunk.
Yeah.
Nah, actually, I probably have been that drunk. This is why I don't drink anymore.
I'd say that's one of the many reasons.
Yeah.
And on top of the fact I get hungover from having one beer, my doctor tells me not
Yes.
to drink.
Yeah. That is another thing.
I mean, more so than one doctor would normally tell you not to drink. Yeah, actually, that's not true. Some doctors will tell you it's okay to have like a glass, but I'm just not supposed to have any. So I don't.
Like, man, not worth it.
It's overrated. It's more fun when you're 20 anyways. Actually, to be fair, it's more fun when you're under legal drinking age.
Yeah. I was just gonna
Yeah,
say, it's
no,
like,
I
it's
Sorry.
not something that we endorse.
Yeah, I think it is Super Friends. Ah, Fumigate.
Super friends.
You know what? I've had enough of this. You could have the win. You're boring me to death.
Ah, it sounds like that game that I was playing.
My head hurts too much for this.
Can't deal with this poop. Oh, super friends.
All right, let's see what's in the pack. Ah, not decks. Pack. Ooh, I have 2. And I got a wild card. Mythic.
Nice,
Oh, I got
nice.
Sharkin Fireblood. Sarkin. I just called him Sharkin. For
Suck and Vol?
Yep.
Dude.
No, Fireblood.
Yeah, but his name's Suck and
Ah,
Vol.
yeah. I'll take that.
Dude. Freaking awesome.
Valiant Knight. Other knights you control get +1/+1. Ooh. That's also nice. Alright.
That's
think
gonna be good in your night deck.
2, 3, 4, 5 more packs, bringing me down to 10k gold, but that's cool.
Do it.
Already
Hey,
doing
man,
it.
That's still 2 quick drafts worth of entries.
Exactly. Pelek Worm, I can't do that one. That's expensive for a 7/7. Sharkin.
Volume. That's not a Sharkin.
Goblin Trashmaster.
Oh, you got a Trashy Master?
I did.
Yeah, man, I expect that to overtake Mono Red once Mono Red can no longer be Mono Red.
That's true. Mythic Wildcard. I'll take that.
Sweet. So you're gonna trade those in for some more Sarkin Balls?
Probably for a Kumena, actually. Dark Dweller Oracle. Oh, Dwindle.
That's weird. I'm watching you open it, but it's on time delay.
And the final one. Get the wild card. It's only a rare. What's the rare? Ah,
What's the
Hydra.
rare?
Nobody
Hydra.
cares about Hydra.
Which Hydra? Show me the Hydra.
Hungering Hydra?
Oh. Meh.
Exactly. Word. All right. Well, that definitely was an interesting one. I can't believe I actually got 7 wins. I'm shocked.
Dude, you killed it on that. You killed it on the quick instructor.
And I managed to mostly survive through the migraine and the fun of that. So,
I think you did quite well, my friend.
if you're watching this now, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're watching this later, which would also be now because you're watching it now, you know what I mean. Also hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And otherwise, we hope to see you in the next one. And
Indeed.
also, thanks for everyone chatting by, and have a good one, Slap a Man, and everyone else. Peace.
Peace out.